cost to be the boss. Paid the cost to be the boss. I paid the cost to be the boss. Look at me. You know what to see. See a bad mother. Look at
You know what? This is a fancy mic. That's why. It's digital. I had to figure out how to turn it on myself. Sorry about that, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to all of you. So nice to see everyone. Thank you.
Hello. I'm not that bassy. I just want to say thank you all for being here. You're living my dream. It's going to be a night to remember, and I just want to thank all of you for being here. My friends, my colleagues, everyone, elected officials, and so forth. Thank you. We're going to enjoy tonight. It's going to be a delightful night, and you're going to enjoy it, I promise you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the co-host for tonight, Mr. Jonathan Slocum.
Check, check. Sir, can you say my name again so they can clap for me the right way? So just say my name, and y'all act like y'all know a Negro. So when you hear my name, just wait. You're going to say it again. Okay, voice, do it again. I'm going to turn my back. Do it. Say it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the co-host for tonight, Mr. Jonathan Slocum.
Hit it. Oh, how you feel, brother? Feeling good. You feel good?
Come on, everybody, clap your hands.
Brother.
Hey!
I call your name. I don't want no people to know
Clap
your
your
name.
hands, everybody.
How you feel, brother? Hey, Jam!
Eminem!
We're getting down. Look at him. Ha. We're gonna have a funky good time.
You say it.
We're gonna have a funky good time.
Say it again.
We're gonna have a funky good time.
One more time.
We're gonna have a funky good time.
What you gonna
Let's take
do?
him up, Fred. We gotta take you higher.
Thank you very much. All the blessed people in the house, make some noise. Where you at? Like really blessed people, where you at? Make some noise. In the tradition of the black church, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Let me hold $20 to Thursday because I got bills to pay. I am so honored to be here. I am not a black radio announcer, but I came because I wanted to thank the black radio announcers, because had it not been for you, there would be no me, no Steve Harvey, no D.L. Hughley, no George Wilborn, no J. Anthony Brown. No, y'all did it for us. So thank you. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I'm thankful. I went to college to major in broadcasting because I'm from Atlanta. And my inspirations were Dwayne Jones, Doug Steele, wait a minute, there was another one. Hold on, I got to get his name right. And Dr. Feelgood. So I came to honor them. Also, I know people personally. I went to high school with one of your honorees. We were on the high school radio announcers together. Mr. Carl Eli Smith, that's my brother in the back. I came to honor you. And the biggest honor, when I just found out the other day, I did something that a lot of comedians have never done. I've been in the actual pages of Ebony magazine, in the center article. and this because of somebody that supported my career the whole time. I want y'all to give it up to Mr. Roland S. Martin, y'all. That brother right there. He got 800 African outfits in his closet right now. He's killing the game. That's my man. That's it. Are we on streaming right now on Black Star Network? And you're on right now. Everybody say, hey, Black Star Network. Say hey. So we're going to get this thing started. A few quick announcements. Somebody in the lobby, and I got the announcement, somebody lost a wad of $20 bills in the rubber band. Just come over here because someone turned in your rubber band. Also, unfortunately, some of our musical guests will not be here tonight, so we will not have a performance by the P. Diddy Gospel Choir will not be here as planned because their sponsor backed out, Johnson & Johnson backed out, so they won't be here tonight. Hey, Chandra, they won't be here tonight, but we are going to surprise you later on with a special performance from the Magic City Praise Dancers, so y'all make sure. Y'all, it's going to be a beautiful night. They're going to be, yeah, because they'll be dancing to the new hit song, Faith Without Twerks is Dead. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Not the King James, but the Rick James version of the Bible. God, that script is what it is. So let's get this thing started. If you're hungry and you know it, clap your hands. All right, because some of y'all sinners done already started eating. But I want to welcome to the stage right now the daughter of the legendary radio announcer who the OJs happen to have been named after. That's Mr. Eddie OJ. Y'all show your love for Miss Karen Triplett, everybody. Miss Karen Triplett. Oh, you down there. Come on up and come up. Clap until she gets on stage, please, y'all. Miss Triplett.
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible, but as meaningful as possible since they asked me to do the opening prayer. So I'm going to start out by saying I'd like to thank God and Marsha George for allowing me the opportunity in this great event with a word of prayer for you guys. I'm going to start out saying it would be quite remiss of me not to mention the fact that everyone is well aware of the state of affairs in our country, our local communities, many of our homes, our schools, and even workplaces in this season of life. And unfortunately, many people have lost hope in one thing or another. However, I'd like to bring to the forefront the reality that when a people leave God or put him aside from a society, a community, a family, this is the result, which is confusion, anger, hatred, lies, deceit, and deception in one form or another. And for that reason, I ask that we all would examine ourselves before God, seek his forgiveness for our lack of interest or neglect as a nation and more so as individuals. And with that being said, I'm going to now come before our Father in heaven and of earth, asking that this evening be pleasing in his sight, and that no evil befalls anyone in this room tonight. No accidents, no illness, no mishaps, no confusion, but that his peace reign over us this evening in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, his Son, my Savior and Lord. And I ask for you that his goodness and his mercy follow each and every one of you all the days of your life as you seek relationship with our Creator and Father God. And bless the people that prepared all this food. and let us dig in, eat, and have a wonderful evening. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ray Rush.
Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? I said, how y'all doing? You guys look so wonderful. Thank you for having me. My name is Ray Rush. I'm glad to be here. Forget about me. I'm glad to be here amongst all these beautiful ladies, handsome gentlemen. Put one hand together for yourselves. Just one time, put your hand together for yourself. So now, let's turn this thing up just a little bit. DJ, whenever you're ready, I am ready. Grown folks, y'all know what this is. Yes, sir. Let me take y'all back just a little bit. Give me some of that good volume. Hey! Ooh. Oh! Yes. Girl, you're looking sweeter now. Getting finer every day, babe. I wish that I could love you right in a special way. Hey. You light my fire. Woo. I feel alive, baby. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied, yeah. Outstanding, yeah. Woo. Girl, you knock me out. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah. So sexy. Girl, you knock me out. Whoa, exciting, girl. Whoa. Make me want to shout. Y'all okay in the back? Okay. Gee, I feel so lucky, girl. Oh, to have you all along, babe. I really love the way you love me, girl. Wherever I'm with you, you blow my mind, baby. I feel alive, baby. You blow my mind, baby. You blow my mind. Whoa. You light my fire. Woo. I feel alive, baby. You blow my mind. Satisfied. Girl, you knock me out. Hey. You make me wanna shout. Oh, I'm so excited, baby. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hey. So from this point on, I want you guys throughout the night to make sure you enjoy your food, enjoy your drinks, because the next time I come up, the more you drink, the better I sound. That's the key now, I'm telling you. So I need the waitress, I need the gentleman to get them a little tipsy so that way you can enjoy the rest of the show, okay? Thank you guys for your eyes and your ears. I'm Ray Rush. Thank you so much for having me. Love you all. Hey, hey. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
President Hurricane Dave Smith.
How y'all doing? Everybody good? I said, is everybody good? That's what I'm talking about. My name is Dave Smith, also known as Hurricane Dave. I'm the Atlanta chapter president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and we are here to celebrate not only black radio as far as talent, but some of the things that have come through that black music radio. When you turn that speaker box on, Ray, play one of those songs they might hear when they turn that speaker on that radio. Some classics, some classic stuff from back in the day.
Distant lover.
Who remembers this? Put your hands up if you know this song, right? Come on. It's not only about the talent, but it's also about the music. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead on and drop another one for everybody. Let's see who knows this one right here. Who know this? Anybody know this song? Who want to sing this song right? Somebody want to sing this song right now, right? You know darn well when nobody's looking, you're singing this song. But we won't put you on the spotlight. Let's play one more, Ray. Let's play one that everybody knows. It gets played at every cookout, every kickback, every gathering, every old school joint. Go ahead on and drop this one right here. We lost them. We lost them, right? If you know this one, go ahead on and you can dance in your seat if you want to. And if you came with somebody special, I want you to sing to that special somebody, whoever it is. Yes. Don't be bougie. Look that person in the eye and tell them, come on.
You made me happy.
I can't hear you.
This you can bear.
We doing this for Frankie Beverly.
Stood right beside me. Yeah. And I'm
there we go. We got a little line dance going on.
I really love you.
Go ahead, BZ. I saw you.
You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl.
Before what?
Before I let go.
Oh, I heard some people singing just now.
We've had a good time.
Come on.
That's what you see.
Yeah, we came to party tonight, yes.
We've heard in each other.
We celebrating black radio.
Girl, it's a shame.
But we also celebrating black music. Come on.
I won't be foolish, no.
Come on.
I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl.
Before what?
Before I let go, yeah.
I love it.
You know I think the sun rises and shines on you.
I see some dignitaries in the house.
There's nothing.
One time for my man Melvin Coleman, ABC. Let me hear. Come on.
Oh, no.
Let me hear the ladies, the ladies, the ladies. Let me hear the ladies. Yeah. This is what we do, baby. Come on. Yes. I see you way over there. Never.
Never let you go before I know.
All right, that's it. That's good. That's good, Ray. Give yourselves a hand. We came to have a good time tonight. We don't want to be bougie Atlanta tonight. We want to have some fun in Atlanta tonight, and we want to celebrate the pioneers and the voices that come out of the radio and the music that comes out of the radio. Now, how many of y'all guys know that they are trying to erase some of our history? Y'all know about that? That's why this organization is so important, to make sure that we keep our black history alive and that we celebrate it. And I want to bring back up, and I want you guys to show mad love, because this is his dream. This is his organization, him and his wife. They thought about it and said, let's preserve black radio. I need you to make hella noise for Mr. Bernie Hayes. Give it up for him. Yes, get up. show some love. Show some respect. The king is here.
I didn't know y'all had that much in y'all. I didn't know it was going to be this much fun. I was bougie. Well, anyway, honored elected officials, everybody who is here, you have no idea how proud I am and how glad I am to be here. And as Dave was saying, you're trying to erase our history. But I'm saying to you, each and every one of you in here has a story to tell. And I sincerely hope that you leave here. If you have not written your book, please write it. This is for us. We did this. And we need to be known what we did, the contributions we made, and the hardships we finished. Everybody in here probably went through the same thing if you went in black radio. Everybody. And I want you to history. Preserve history. Learn that history and teach it on. Love, we said earlier, each one teach one, each one reach one. And now let me give you my right hand, the lady who's responsible for all of this. Please welcome Marsha Washington George.
Hello, everyone. I was asked what song that I want to come on the stage with. And I know Michael Jackson was my favorite fan. I was his favorite fan when I was growing up. Every time that song came on, I would call my friends, it's on the radio, it's on the radio. Well, I wanted it played tonight because I want you back next year when we do this again in St. Louis. I want you back when we do it again the next year after that, which will be in Charlotte, North Carolina. I want you back when we do it again in my home state of Florida. I want you back, and I know you're going to probably come to this one because it will be in Las Vegas. And then we got a new chapter to come on board 2 months ago. And they said, we want to be next. And that is Houston, Texas. We are growing. We must do this. This is something that Bernie Hayes charged me with as a youthful person at the time who he knew, whose uncle was one of the first black disc jockeys in the United States, as they were called one of the original 13. Now, I feel like my uncle's spirit is living through me, and I met a lot of those disc jockeys that worked with him, like Karen's father, Eddie O.J., Jill's father, Jack the Rapper Gibson, Jack the Rapper Gibson. These individuals, along with Bernie Hayes, set the footprint for black radio. They never turned their back. And I'm known as the radio lady only because I am the only African American radio historian female in the United States. My job is to make sure that the history is truthfully told. And I will correct you if you try to say somebody did something that they did. Because our history has to be truthful and not, well, you want to just shine your light. It got to be our truthful history. And that's my task. That's my job. I'm leaving a lot of history behind with a lot of people on documentaries, books, and things of that nature, training other people so they can give their history. So several other DJs have come along and told their story. And that's what you do. You share it. You give it. You make sure that we are important and we can tell our children, this is where you came from. You want to go into radio broadcasting? Well, you need to read the history of it to see what happened, what got you to this point. So welcome all of the inductees tonight. Each inductee is at the top of the tower for us. We hope that we have made you happy and proud tonight to be inducted into an entity that Bernie Hayes has at Harris Stowe State University on the campus for you to come and visit and see our history on display. There's been so many people that said, we're going to put a museum up about black radio history, and they never did do it. Bernie Hayes went to the powers to be at Harris Stowe State University and made sure it was done. So if you're ever in St. Louis, which you will be next year, come by the museum and see the wonderful work that Mr. Hayes has put forward. Now I want to introduce a young lady, Dr. Arcea Newby. She started at Love Radio and moved forward into other broadcasting entities. And she's such an awesome, sweetheart, good-hearted person. Dr. Newby met me at an event that was for Rosa Parks. And we struck up a friendship from there. And she is now our radio station, our online radio station, WERD podcaster. She is also our future YouTube TV channel for WERD. So let's give a round of applause for a lady who's coming in to help the National Black Radio Hall of Fame Atlanta chapter, Dr. Arcea Newby.
That was such a wonderful welcome. I thought she was going to bring me to tears and make my eyelashes fall off up in here, but she didn't bring me to tears today. Mr. Hayes and Mrs. Hayes, when I look around this room and see history and legacy, I am honored to stand before you as a part of the team. Thank you. Hurricane Dave, Casual Cal. I mean, I've heard these names and never thought I would be in the room. I never thought I would be up here. But Marsha. But Marsha. When I met Marsha that day, she had on a WERD radio t-shirt. And I walked over and she just had the biggest smile. And we've been on the phone smiling and giggling ever since, 2 and 3 times a day sometimes. I am so honored to stand before you. And and be able to say that on October 1st, WERD, Word Radio Network, will go live not only on Live 365 as the podcast with interviews, but I had the pleasure of interviewing Marsha so that we could do just as you said, keep history going. And it will be on all podcasting networks. I'm truly honored. I have the pleasure of welcoming to the stage none other than Dr. Brown, James Brown's daughter. Hey, gorgeous.
Go on with your bad self. Since we own that, say it loud. Say it loud. Amen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is so good to see you. You look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am here to introduce the category of the Talented Sisters of Radio Award. But first, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about myself. Well, that beautiful lady already told you I am one of the daughters of the Godfather of Soul, Mr. James Brown. And Dad owned several radio stations, as many of you know. I believe a lot of you even interviewed my father on your radio shows. I had the opportunity to run a few of them. I say opportunity because it was an opportunity, but I was told to do so. But I learned so much in radio. I actually became a fan of my father's working in radio. Spending almost 20 years doing that and traveling the world with my father and learning the business from the best artist in the world, the Godfather of Soul. I got to see it at home with the Rollers. I got to hear it on phone when he was in the office handling business. I got to see it on the road. And I thank God for every moment of it. Now, I'm also president of the James Brown Family Foundation. We've been around ever since 2007. My father passed away on Christmas Day, 2006. He talked about how important it was to keep the music in the schools, helping a lot of young people because everybody ain't going to be able to throw the hoops and run the ball. But music is a universal language, and it's something that can literally save a child's life because it saved his life. The gentleman earlier talked about reach one, each one, teach one. Well, we do that, and we teach the history of James Brown and many other artists that we stand on the shoulders of at the James Brown Academy of Music Pupils in Augusta, Georgia. That's something that I started because my dad talked about how important it was to make sure young kids knew who they were, where they came from, and how we got where we are. So that's what we do. We call it Jam. It's my passion. I love seeing those kids perform. And we also have the James Brown Family Historical Tour. So plan your family reunions to come on to Augusta, Georgia, and take the tour and learn about an icon from right here in Georgia. I also want to invite you all to a musical that I've written, co-written with my co-producer over there, Mr. Jeremy Cormier, called Papa Didn't Take No Mess. and he didn't. For good reason. That's going to be in October. It's at the Porter Sanford Theater in DeKalb County. Please go online at jamesbrownfamilyfoundation.org. Check it out, because some of the proceeds will benefit music scholarships for young kids to come to the James Brown Academy of Music pupils. We doing our part to keep young kids off the streets. Thank you. Now, I'm here because I was invited by a good friend of mine, an anointed vessel God has chosen for such a time as this. Humbled and loves the Lord, she has given over 45 years of her life to broadcasting, shining the light on so many people. Now, let's shine the light on her. I am talking about my friend, the lovely Miss Michelle Williams. When I first met Michelle more than 30 years ago, she had a warm and loving spirit. She worked for our company, Brown Broadcasting, when we owned WERD in East Point. Although she had a gentle spirit, she was a tough, dedicated employee. She worked like a team member on the air, and if needed, she was fine with taking the trash out and cleaning the restrooms, because she understood, as a team member, we are one. When you heard her voice on the air, it might be in the daytime, but whatever time, it was the golden time of day to hear her golden voice on the airwaves. See, Miss Williams, as we refer to each other by last names, mandated by the Godfather himself, Mr. James Brown, she kept the listeners engaged. She was real, not part of too many games that people play family, but part of the love is the key family, and the happy feelings family, and the make you feel like you want it family. I stand here thankful to know you, thankful just to be here for you, and thankful just to be here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, back in stride again in all things that you have done. I know the music is telling me to wrap it up, but I came too far, and I got to give her flowers while she's here and while we are all here. So no matter what, she stood in the trenches, and she did the assignment and fulfilled it. So, darling, I am happy that you are being awarded tonight. Everybody give a warm and loving hand of applause to Miss Michelle Williams.
Yo, hold up, everybody, hold up 1 second. We're gonna do this right. I didn't spend hours and days planning this to go off script. So this category is going to be introduced as a category. The big voice guy, introduce the category.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your friend and my friend, Cassius Cow. The talented sisters of radio, Jewel Carter, Portia Fox, Michelle Williams.
Now you can clap, everybody. Now you can clap. Now you can clap. I love when people go off script.
minutes after the hour of midnight. Good evening. Got more to come. You stay close to 99.1 The Fox. At 12 minutes after the hour of midnight, I'm Michelle sitting in with you on a cool Carolina night. Got more of your favorites to come from Tevin Campbell, a little bit from Mariah Carey, and much, much more. But right now, it's Patti LaBelle and Kiss Away the Pain. And I send this especially to you, Michael, from me at 99.1 The Fox. Taking a look at your 99.1 forecast for today. Got a 40% chance of showers. Look for a high of about 69. Currently outside in Fayetteville, it's 63. Fort Bragg, you've got 61. And over in Spring Lake, it's 62 degrees. On 99.1 The Fox. Here's a community reminder for you. Don't forget the YWCA of Cumberland County is hosting an early spring barbecue. That's for single mothers with children ages 3 to 12. On Saturday, March the 19th from 2 to 6. They'll have lots of fun and games and excitement. And if you need more information on that, all you have to do is call 822-8800. This is from the station that keeps you informed every hour of the day. 99.1 The Fox. Got more of your favorite love songs on the way with just a touch of jazz. This is Norman Connors, and I am your melody. You keep listening to 90.
Good evening and thank you. I am Michelle. That's all I went by. And that was my thank you speech. I stand here before you not only as the Assistant Vice President of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, honored to be under Bernie and UV Hayes and Marsha Washington George, but I stand here honored to tell you, like Dr. Deanna said, I worked for James Brown, the godfather of soul. He was my boss, and she was my boss. I was a little radical, and I think it made a tremendous difference because I wanted to play what I wanted to play. I wanted to get on the radio and do what I wanted to do. But unfortunately, that's not how it was. I have to stand here and share with you. 46 years ago, I had an opportunity to meet a young man, and I had no idea who he was. My sister, wave your hand, she's in the record, entertainment, radio, all of that business with Al Heyman, Jesse Bozeman, Sun Song Productions, Leroy Little, everybody. And she stuck me in this man's room. She said, stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And I looked at him thinking, okay, why she stick me in this man's room? I'm 15. And he said to me, he said, you're a young girl, you're a pretty girl, and you're going to go very, very far in this industry. And I looked at him, I said, okay, I know the OJs, I know the Isleys, I know Rick James and Prince, but who are you? Guess what? It was Frankie Beverly. Yeah. Give him a hand. I didn't want a whole lot of speaking about Frankie, but I say that for 46 years, he's been my bestie. He's been my mentor. He's been my godfather, my spiritual friend, my everything in this radio industry and the entertainment industry. And he said, the best advice I could give you is to never, ever, ever mix business with pleasure. Don't sell yourself short to get up that corporate ladder to get what you want. And for that reason alone, I held on to the faha. You fellas will get it when you go home, okay? The ladies know what the faha is, but I held on to it. And I was the first one to receive all the other accolades that God had given, but I was also the first one to give Frankie Beverly an award. I knew more about him than most people because he was that kind of friend. I honored him, and I was thankful in doing that. So while I'm doing the induction and receiving this award, I am truly grateful that I gave him his flowers while he was still yet alive. I gave him that award in 1991. 1991. He did not get another award until 2007. And then didn't get another award until 2013. And another one this year. So in this industry, we have to honor those that we love and appreciate. Thank you, and God bless you.
Because I don't want this young woman to sacrifice her shine. Y'all make some noise for Miss Jewel Carter, who is also being inducted today. Talented Sisters of Radio.
Thank you. I want to say thank you for acknowledging and legitimizing my longtime love affair with radio. It started when I was 9 or 10, when I had the privilege and responsibility of calling radio station request lines whenever my father had a new record or album come out. And I didn't realize the impact that would have on my life and my career that 10 to 12 years later, when I turned on the mic at WUEV, that the very first song that I got to choose would be my dad, the Dells. And that 30 years after that, when I was on the air at WBAV in Charlotte, my last song was the Dells. The last time that I got to be with my father in a situation sort of like this, I was wearing his Spanx and a dress. I got to go with him as he was being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the second time. The first time was for the Flamingos, the second time was for the Dells. And the lesson I learned from my father was that you could do what you love, make money at it, and still have an impact. And I know that I'm on this stage, and I'm so honored to be amongst such wonderful, talented people, and I am a talented sister of radio, but I know also that I'm not on this table, on this stage because of my talent alone, that I'm here because of the connections and the people. I often thought that I was in radio because of my love for music, but I'm here because of the people, and I'm so very thrilled and excited to share this space in this room with all of you, and I'm so very proud to be able to continue on with what my father instilled in me, and that was a love of music and stories and people. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your night.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Casual Cow.
Incomparable. Dynamic. Everybody clap your hands. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's wake this thing up. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tables 1 to 10. Stand up and clap your hands. Come on. 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 Tables 11. Come on. What happened to my music, man?
Go, Cal.
I got music, man. What? paying for this? Come on, man. I can't believe this, man.
I feel the same
Stop
way.
it, stop it. Never mind, man. Never mind. Good evening, everybody. How you doing? Now, let's try that again. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Boy, you look good. You got your hair done. I see jewelry, smell perfumes. Your nails are done. And the women look good, too. So, without any further ado, let's continue with what I call our last inductee award ceremony in Atlanta, Georgia. And I think y'all need to give the Atlanta chapter a nice round of applause. Give them a round of applause, everybody. Now, we heard a few speeches earlier, but let me set the rules that you only have 90 seconds to speak up here. After that 90 seconds, the microphone off, and there will be no more sound. So, at this point, we're about to start our categories. First one, coming up here. Let me see what we got here. I see Mr. Mills standing by, boy. He's ready, man. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the talented brothers of radio. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Mills. Give him a round of applause.
Casual Cal will always be my favorite ringmaster. Hey, everybody, I am so pleased to introduce some of the talented brothers of radio in Induction Award, because there's so many talented brothers of radio here tonight. What's up, Frank Ski? What's up, Rick Party? And so many others. Announcer, let's give the names. All right.
The talent brothers from radio. Tony Brown. JoJo Davis. James T.
Let's give it up for Tony Brown, JoJo Davis, and Mr. James T. Come on up, guys.
Good evening. How's everyone?
90 seconds, 90 seconds.
I'll do less than that. I bring you greetings from Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, the Bahamas, all of South Florida. We bring you greetings. And I thank you so very much for being here. I have 90 seconds to do one thing. My purpose for being here is to remember those on the shoulders of which I stand. We lost one of those dear brothers on Thursday. His name was Joe Fisher from WRBD in Fort Lauderdale. So for Joe Fisher, yes, for Jerry Russian, for Mad Hatter, for Crown Prince, for Mother Francis, yes, Fred Hanna, and many others. Even Jack Gibson came from South Florida on WMBM. We give shout out, and there are a lot of young brothers that came to South Florida that are even in the room today. You'll meet some of them. But I leave you with one thing. Because after 54 years of doing radio and TV in South Florida, I have but one person to thank, and that is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So for you, let us give thanks unto the Lord, for truly he is good. His mercy endures forever. And we've all called upon the Lord in distress. And today he has set us in this place. So I say to you, Jesus only had one message. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all those things shall be added unto you. I thank you so very much. And to all the honorees tonight, may God bless you.
Brother, you did that in 88 seconds.
And an amen to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JoJo Davis.
First of all, I want to thank everyone who nominated me for induction. I'm humbled and honored by being inducted. But my honor and my induction goes to these two people right here who are dressed for the occasion. They're my mother and father, the late Dr. Miles Dewey Davis, and my mother, the late Josephine Haynes Davis, who are trailblazers in American history in terms of my father being one of the first 4 black American dental surgeons in the nation, getting his dental degree from Northwestern School of Dentistry in 1924. We celebrated 100 years of that acknowledgement this year. Bernie Hayes knew my father. My mother was the first black American woman to be a summa cum laude graduate of Kentucky State University in 1938. And so as a result, I'm here because of them. And I know I only had that much time. But when we talk about history, this is history. Because she got me to play on KTZ in St. Louis, Missouri, play the piano, and I was only 4 years old. That's how I started in radio. But I thank you all for your patience with me this evening, because the scripture says, honor thy father and thy mother. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, good job.
Y'all give a round of applause to the prop man. The prop man. He was working over here, man.
Listen, Tony Brown was our next award winner. And Tony's not here. I forgot where he said he was going. But on behalf of Tony Brown and company, we'll accept his certificate and I'll make sure he gets it. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Mills, give him a round of applause, please. As we move along, here to present this year's Talented Sisters and Brothers of Blues Radio Award is Larry Lee of WRFG. Y'all give him a round of applause. Larry? Is Larry here? Where you at? Oh, here he comes. Come on, Larry.
The thrill is gone.
Come on, Larry.
Thrill is gone away. Thrill is gone.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How about it for the blues, huh? This is quite appropriate, coming off of the 99th anniversary of the legendary, the undisputed king of the blues birthday, which was September 16th. Y'all give it up for B.B. King. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, my name is Larry Eaglin, a.k.a. Stagger Lee, WRFG 89.3 FM for 25 years, playing the blues, all right? And we are, I have to mention, we are celebrating 51 years of people power, operating out of the heart of Little 5 Points, from 10 watts in 1973 to 100,000 watts right now. All right, so to present the certificate of induction into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, y'all. Talented Sisters Blues Radio inductee. And she was at WRFG for a little bit, but she had well, the universe had higher aspirations or different aspirations for her. And the universal law is what you're looking for is looking for you. So therefore, we present the National Black Radio Hall of Fame Induction Award to none other than, and I like to call her, next to the radio lady, the hardest working woman in radio in Atlanta, Cookie Antoinette Wright. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for her.
She needs some walking
She-
music or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
man. She way back there. She on Auburn Avenue. She's on Auburn Avenue. Come on, Cookie. Come on, Cookie.
She's a
Come on,
presentation,
baby.
y'all.
We got people waiting. Come on now. Come on, sweetheart. She's doing photo sessions on us. Come on. As she hits the stage, let's give her another round of applause, everybody.
All right, y'all. Cookie Antoinette Wright. Congratulations.
Okay, cut the mic off. Cut the mic off. Uh-oh. I want to thank the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. I am Cookie Wright, better known as Cookie Wright Radio. Download the free app. Check me out and see what we're talking about 24/7, 365 on Cookie Wright Radio. I want to first give honor to God. I want to say everybody looks so beautiful in the room. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be right here at the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. I want to thank the late, great Mitch Faulkner for, yes, give it up. Give it up. Mitch Faulkner for bringing me to radio. And you know, for so many years, y'all, he sat me at KISS 104, and he kept saying, you know, Cookie, you the maven. And I was like, okay then. Whatever Mitch said, I was like, okay then. And then in walked Chris Cunningham. And I told Mitch, I said, that's who I want to be right there. That's the lady that I want to be. And then I met Miss Marsha George. I said, oh, Lord, I want to be two folks. And I've been two people on radio ever since. So check me out. I see Chandra Corelli. I see so many faces in the building, y'all. I see Nellie Tiger Travis. Hey, Mr. Sexy Man. She called Casual Cal out tonight. But I just want to tell all of y'all that I love you, that I thank you so much. There's no me without you. Download Cookie Right Radio, and if you never heard of me before, you must not have on the right radio. I love you. Good night.
Everybody say, Cookie! My girl right there.
Y'all give it up. She's a presentation in herself, a walking presentation. One more time. Cookie Antoinette Wright. Now to get into the yin of her yang, it's time to present the Talented Brothers of Blues Radio Award. Have to do this. Shout out to table 35. Put your hands out. I see you. I see you. Hell, we're all sharing the same time, air, and space, so we have to acknowledge one another, right? Right? Thank you. All right. The National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductee, Talented Brothers of Radio Blues induction goes to Mr. Glenn Bernard Hayes.
want to thank, first and foremost, Jesus Christ. It's number one. Secondly, I want to thank my dad, Mr. Bernie Hayes, the president of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and my mom, UV Hayes. 52 years ago, my dad was doing a live broadcast at Harris Stowe State Youth College in St. Louis, Missouri. That's right. And he was running late. I was 17 years old. He said, "Punch," that's my nickname, "I need for you to get us started." 2 turntables and a mic. That's all I had 52 years ago. And it's got me to this. I want to thank the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. I want to thank Bernie Hayes, UV Hayes. I want to thank Marsha. And I want to thank Hurricane Dave for giving me the opportunity. Keep black radio alive. Thank you very much.
Y'all give it up for Larry Lee, everyone. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, Larry. Everybody all right? Only 3 people answered. Everybody all right? All right, okay. Right now, as we continue, it gives me a great pleasure. I see where I don't have to introduce anybody. I'm going to have to do this on my own. I want y'all to please now recognize the category of African American station owner. This gentleman has been around Atlanta quite a while. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a pleasure to introduce to you and welcome to this stage, Mr. Steve Hedgewood.
Real talk.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the wonderful dinner and thank you for the wonderful drinks. I really appreciate it. So I'm having a good time. That's all I need is food and drinks and I'm all right, all right? I am deeply honored, clearly deeply honored by the Black Radio Hall of Fame Committee to be recognized in the Hall of Fame. We work really hard and I thank you so much. This Black Radio represents a vital role for our culture and our community, and I think about it every day as we go to work. People like Hurricane Dave and I have talked about it many times, that we're more than just a music box. We are community vessels for our community, and I thank you all who are in radio and keep doing what you're doing. But I'd also like to thank Bernie Hayes and, of course, Marsha Washington George and Hurricane Dave for making this honor possible. I've been in radio for over 40 years. I know it doesn't look like it, but I have. Radio has changed so much over the past 40 years. Up, down, in and out, ownership, all kinds of things. And I am truly blessed and grateful to be able to be in radio and to own radio stations and do what I love every single day. I also want to thank those who forged the past before me, because if it wasn't for people like you and some others, I wouldn't be able to be here, including people like Willie Davis, Verna Green, Mary Catherine Sneed, of course, Kathy Hughes and Alfred Liggins at Urban One, the guy that I bought stations from named Steve Atkins, and currently a partner of mine at Super Radio named Chesley Maddox Dorsey, who is probably one of the best operators and partners you could ever have, so I'm really grateful for her. Currently, our company owns stations in Chicago, Norfolk, Charlotte, Albany, and here in Atlanta, and I'm extremely proud of our station success. And, of course, the Young Jock Streets Morning Takeover syndicated morning show in 15 markets. So I thank you again. Lastly, I will say, if you are on the radio, on a podcast, on the internet, anything you are doing, please make sure you encourage people to register by October 7th and to vote this year. Haven't heard it once tonight. We've got to make sure Kamala Harris gets in office. Am I right? Thank you all very much for the honor. God bless you all. And I will make sure that I will keep black radio as much as I can in my blood. Thank you. Cash.
Give it up to Steve, y'all. Hey. Way to go. Steve Hedgewood. Remember that name, everybody. I think there's another person in this category. I have to check and see. Yes, there is. Art Gilliam, or Gillian, I should say. Is he here? Sir, is he here? We have video on him.
Accepting on his behalf is Cassius Cal. Cassius Cal.
That's got to be the voice from heaven, man. Got to be. I got you, man. Hey, listen, for all of you here today, able to make it here near and far, my question to you, are all of you thankful? No. Are you really thankful? Do me a favor. Everybody clap your hands. Here we go. Let me see if y'all are really thankful. Welcome, everybody, to the Black National Hall of Fame Mass Choir, y'all. Here we go. Come on, clap your hands. And smile if you're thankful, man. Come on now. Some of you act like you got sore feet. Come on. Sing the song.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac.
Gangsta what?
Gangsta white wall.
TV what?
TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all. But remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got.
Thank you, Maestro. That's enough. That's enough. I think they stars in here now. All right. As we continue right now, gospel radio personalities are those who raise the spirit of black radio. Here to announce our gospel personalities is Dr. Akra Newby. Where's Miss Newby at? Where's Dr. Newby?
It's just a sinner.
Good moogly boogly. Miss Newby got it going on, boy.
But we couldn't stay there.
Take your time. Take your
And
time.
God,
Take your time. Let me help you.
say now.
Against the law.
Say now.
Go ahead.
But we get back up again.
We fall down. Come on.
But we get back up again. You just
you have the...
He made me feel like I need to be doing Kiki Shepherd.
Oh! No, you're a step up from Kiki, believe me.
Well, as we all know, gospel means to spread the good news. And what a messenger does is they actually are the ones that carry that news. And in this category, we have some powerful messengers that makes us feel good. They encourage us that we can continue to move on, that we can take another step. Donnie McClurkin, we fall down, but we get up. I don't know about you, but there's been some days that I felt like I could not get up. But the messengers of the good news reminded me that all I have to do was get up. Then the next song that would come on in the rotation may be Kirk Franklin's Stomp. So after you got up, now you know how to stomp. Then my favorite, Pastor Mike. Mike says, I win, you win, we all win. That's what the good news, the gospel, the message is all about. Encouraging each one of us that we can continue this journey. The category, I'm waiting on these women to come up on the screen. Gospel Personality Radio Awards. Donnie McClurkin. Donnie McClurkin cannot be
here with us today, but he did send a video.
Into the hearts and the lives of so many people. I thank God for you, for people from all across the country and around the world. Thank you. To TNT Creative, to Tom Burson, to Garrett and Tony Sisti, to Ray Pena, who is one of the greatest editors in the world. And I can't say enough about Gary Bernstein, our syndicator. He is the head of our syndication, and he's made this thing happen for 18 years, and I'll never, ever be able to thank him enough. Gary Bernstein from Oceanic Trade Winds, you know? And I want to thank Hurricane Dave for making this event possible. Thank you so much, Hurricane Dave. You made this happen with your fabulous team, and I'm ever grateful. And to every one of you, thank you for this honor. Thank you for your love. Thank you for keeping me up in prayer. And I look forward to doing this up until 20 years, and maybe beyond, but no later than 20. And I praise God for the opportunity and the platforms to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Bernstein.
I've been working with Donnie for about 18 years, and it's personally, I've had a rough last year, and I lost my wife for 30 years, and
For Rashad Ritchie.
Well,
No. Hold on. We got some more category guys here.
We're going to
in the
pause that
gospel.
for 1 second.
Okay.
Dr. Ritchie, we're going to pause that just for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Our next inductee is Carl Eli Smith.
Atlanta's own Carl Eli Smith. Yes, indeed. Heard every morning on WIGO for a power teaching moment.
First of all, thanking God for his many, many blessings, and I'm just one of his many blessings. I'm going to be very brief, but I'm extremely honored to be a native of Atlanta. Born and raised, cut my teeth on Brother Esmond Patterson, Dwayne Jones, and Larry Tinsley, and Dr. Feelgood, and Miss For Real, and Joe Walker, and Chico Renfro, and Scotty Andrews, who's the first PD for V103. I was able to be in the room with people like Ted Aston and Christine Cunningham. Where's Chris? Yeah. You're not going to believe this, but she looked just as pretty today as she did back in 1975. For real, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a player right there.
For real. And if my message has really been a blessing to you tonight, my cash app is, and my Zelle is, thank you, God, thank you.
Y'all give it up for my man, Eli Smith, y'all.
And our next inductee for this category is none other than Steve Murray.
don't know how many of you know about WEUP radio in Alabama. Mr. Hunley Bass, who's a gentleman that was a few words, so I'm going to try and keep it close like he would. There are so many of us here that know each other, love each other, and love this business, that black radio should not have a problem with surviving many, many more years. Keep the stories going. I want to thank the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and all who voted for me. I didn't even know. I think it was AJ. AJ called me up and said, "Congratulations, man." For what? He said, you being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I said, no, you ain't, that ain't right. I said, okay, well, let me check. I'll call you back. But it was real, and it's been real. I appreciate each and every one of you that I've come in contact with over these years. It's been a long, long ride. I've enjoyed every minute of it. And I hope that we've made an impact, not only for our peers and the accolades that we get, for our community. The most important part of what we do is how we get the message out and keep our community connected. And I'd also like to parrot the gentleman before that said we need to make sure that we get out and vote, spread the word to our young folks that we need to get out and vote. And this year we need to put Kamala Harris in the White House. Thank you very much.
Give him a round of applause, everybody.
Roll Tide.
Roll nothing. Get on out of here with that Roll Tide mess. This is Georgia. Bulldogs. That Roll Tide, man. What is wrong with him? He done bumped his head. Roll Tide. Everybody all right? I want to take a quick moment because I have to explain this to audiences when I tour. Many of you who are guests, the recipients, or just the guest period, understand something. When someone comes on this stage to accept an award, y'all sitting there going, I hope he hurry up and just talk and get off stage. It's not easy. This is the first time they've been recognized in their life for a lifetime worth of work. So if you can't wait an extra minute or two while they do the thing, you shouldn't have never came. All right? I got to straighten some of y'all out because some of y'all sit there like you're all pissed and stuff. You came. Give the honor of these people to do their thing. Now, I don't like those who go 5 minutes now. That's a bit too long. But give them a chance to do their thing. That's how it is. I'm gone. You got it, baby.
I have the honor of introducing someone that I admire a whole lot. Known as the realest man on radio and television, Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I said Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Dr. Rashad Ritchie is the youngest inductee into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame in 2022. This Emmy-nominated national broadcaster University professor and author, is recognized for his contributions across various fields. He serves as the president of Rolling Out Magazine, the largest free print urban publication in America, reaching 2.8 million readers monthly and a combined social media following of over 740,000. Many know Dr. Ritchie as the daily television opinionated news anchor for his Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie, a nationally syndicated linear cable news show ranked as the fastest growing TV news show in America by HEG Evaluation Group. His show, Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie, corresponding YouTube and
who made the path. And that's why anytime Miss Marsha calls me, that's why anytime Hurricane Dave calls me, the answer is yes. Have an eternal yes in your spirit. I'm here to recognize another trailblazer. And I don't know if this brother knows what he did for me. And I'm going to tell you the story of what he did for me. Today, we honor Mr. Roland Martin as Talk Radio Personality of the Year. My dear brother Roland was the first person on this planet that allowed me to come on television. Do you hear me? It was TV One when he was the news anchor for the program. What Roland Martin did is he allowed black commentators to platform with him, exposing the expertise of black excellence to a national audience for the first time. After I was on his TV show, I got a call from CBS News Atlanta. Then I became their political analyst on air. Then Emmy nominated that year. Then MSNBC every weekend. But it started with Roland Martin. You see, sometimes we don't know
that the one yes we give somebody can be multiplied by God. And God multiplied the yes that this brother gave to me. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to bring to the stage one of the most outspoken human beings God has ever created on this earth, Mr. Roland Martin.
Let me go ahead. First of all, let me turn this down. So I was double checking our feedback there. See, when you, I called them, I said, hey, are y'all recording this event? They said, no. They said, y'all live streaming? No. I said, that's cool. I said, because I own my own shit. So we got it. And the reason I say that is because when you own it, you can decide what you want to do. And even when I was at TV One, what Rashad just talked about, that was all intentional. I was intentional in the people that I put on the air. I was intentional, the brothers and sisters. And then when they got hired at CNN, MSNBC, people said, man, aren't you upset? I said, no. They can hire every person who I put on. I will go find a whole new crew. Because the black talent has always been out here. It's always been here, but folks didn't give them a shot. And so we do the same thing now with my Black Star Network, giving folks an opportunity to be able to speak their truth and to showcase what we are about. And that's also why I appreciate Black Radio. Steve was up here. Steve talked about all the, where's Steve? He said all the years he was in radio. I ain't going to make Steve feel old, but I listened to Steve when I was in Houston. Yeah, I did. I got with Harry Lyles. I was trying to figure out the call letters, but I was like, oh, yeah, I listened to Steve Hegwood when I was I grew born and raised in Houston. But when I think about the stuff that I did there and being on the air and visiting Magic 102 in Houston and later KK Radio in Dallas and WVON Radio and Tom Joyner Morning Show and all different places, all throughout it was always about black excellence and making it perfectly clear that our voices also matter. And I was asked outside, someone said, well, you know, who inspired you to do what you do? And oftentimes people recite someone in the business. But for me, it was actually my parents, because the reality is they fed me, they clothed me, they made us go to school, they made us do all this sort of stuff. And so I told them y'all could come hang out with me. So they're sitting over here. So my mom and my dad, Reginald and Melton Martin, are here. And friends and colleagues are here as well. My mom's sister, Aunt Pam. And the reason I say that is because when we see someone and they have a gift, our responsibility is to encourage the gift, nurture the gift, but don't stop the gift from developing. And there are a lot of people that have actually done that. And that's been a mistake that a lot of us have made, in that we said, well, you should do this or you should do that. No, allow that talent to be able to develop. Because, see, I got lots of P's and U's in conduct when I was in school. I did. And I got lots of beatings at home because of those P's and U's. And I told my dad, I said, I was preparing for what I'm doing now, all the talking I was doing then. So I said, I think you actually owe me an apology for all the beatings I received because I talked in school. And they live in my house in Dallas, and I own it. They retired. So he don't want me to stop talking today with all the money I make. So I told him, you owe me an apology for all of the whippings I got, because I don't even know who was in second place. But I'm going to close out with this here, and this is really important, because what we are facing right now in terms of black people in media, we are facing near extinction. If you survey the land, I'm talking radio, I'm talking television, I'm talking newspapers, I'm talking magazine, I'm talking digital. We are facing near extinction. We are on the precipice of having to ask folk who don't look like us to tell our story. And I'm telling you right now, we would not be sitting in the places we're in now if we did not have black newspapers and black radio. And we cannot get consumed with white validation on some other folks' network and how much they pay us, and not recognize that if we have to ask somebody, can we go cover this? Can I put this person on the air? Then we are putting our community in a position that someone will be dictating who speaks for us. And that, to me, is the most dangerous place black people can be in the 21st century. Which means that we have got to make sure that we are supporting black media, we are backing it, we are challenging companies that we spend money with to then advertise and invest back in, challenging political campaigns, because I'm telling you, ebony no longer exists the way we saw it growing up. Jet doesn't exist. When you look at, you don't have any, you look, when the debate took place, you did not see that debate on BET or TV One or any of the black-owned networks. And so, the challenge for every person in this room is to make sure that you create a space for black folks in the future. And we should not, in 30 years, be talking about what used to be. We should be talking about how we're still not surviving, but thriving. Thanks a bunch.
Hey, Roland, before you leave, we got to take a picture, man.
Before I leave, all I know is it's a naked pimp somewhere in Atlanta, right?
That's right.
All he got on his drawers on and a wife beater. You took all his damn clothes.
Sure did.
Or you went to Steve Harvey's old closet.
Oh, no.
Hold up.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there.
That's a five-button jacket. I don't even know what color that is. Is that ain't teal? That ain't powder blue? What color is that?
You mix all that together.
Jonathan, do you
mix
know
all
what
that
color
together.
This is?
Mix all that together.
Oh, I know.
Mix all that together.
Oh, and you got gators. You got to be from Detroit.
The Gators are from Detroit. Let's take a picture real quick. Where's the photographer at, man?
Hey, man, it's a bunch of long-ass, it's Boer Wars. They ain't trying to be here till midnight.
No, this is a quick photo, man. You know, look at it. See, he right there.
They did tell me this here. My dad was like, they got that, they're going to play the music. I said, they ain't going to play the music on me. Damn, man, hurry up. All right, y'all. All the alphas. 1-9.
Y'all give it up for Roland Martin, everybody. Give it up. Yeah. Roland's right. You got to own your own thing. That's why we came up with a black circus. So we can entertain the way we want to entertain. Take it where we want to take it. Entertain families. And right now we're celebrating our 30th year. Yeah, y'all need to clap for that. Come on now. That's excellence. Two things. I have some guests here I want to recognize real quick. First of all, from the blues and southern soul world, one of the hottest females of the year, the last 2 years. Play some of play that. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Nelly Travis. Thank you, Ray.
I saw you when you
Y'all give a round of applause, everybody. The second one, for those you don't know, I am co-producing and co-owning a new dance show that's going to be going on across the country. And the dance show is for dancers over the age of 50. And the world's going to see something they never seen in their life. Because auntie and uncle and granddad and them still getting down. I want y'all to please welcome from Studio 5.0, my partner, Miss L.A. King. Stand up there, sweetheart. Y'all give her a round of applause there. Hey, baby. And right now, as we continue, we are giving the Lifetime Media Achievement Award. And for what I understand, that to give this award away is, sir, Dave, am I giving this award away, sir? Okay. Lifetime Media Achievement Award goes to Lee Michaels. And as he said, I'll be accepting on his behalf because he's not here. Y'all give a round of applause to Lee Michaels. Here to represent this year's Radio Station Promotions Award, please welcome Rick Ross in the house. Come on, Rick. The real Rick Ross. Yeah, the real Rick Ross. And where's the Young Salvage at? Where's Young Salvage at? Young Salvage, where you at? Where's he at? You got it, sir. How you doing, Rick?
Well, hello, everyone. Well, I'm not going to be like my radio counterparts. I'm a record rep, so the only thing I can say is what's up with my rotation. So I guess I'm introducing the record reps. Two of my favorite people, Mr. A.J. Savage. Okay.
Good evening, good evening. I'm Jonathan Savage, and I'm here to present to you all your Black Radio National Hall of Fame Award this year. I first off want to say it's a pleasure to be here, and an honor to be able to get this award away, to someone who is a hard worker, believes in never stop working, stay busy, and, to give it your all and do whatever it takes. He is a lover of the game, the music, and a good party with some shots and cigars involved. But I'm Jonathan Savage, and I'm here to present to you all the National Hall of Fame, Black National Hall of Fame Award to my father, A.J. Savage. Let's all give a round of applause.
Yeah, how's everybody feeling? You're looking good, you're feeling good, you're smelling good, so it's a good night. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, my son. I love him dearly. He is my man. We do a lot of things for the business, but number one is family. And if you're raising sons, anyone in here raising sons and daughters, make them your priority. The business will always be there. But your family, they ain't going nowhere, okay? They're going to be with you to the end. I'm going to make this as short and as sweet as possible. I've been struggling with my throat for the last 3 days. I said, wow, my biggest night and my throat. And I'm a former radio guy that turned record executive. So I am 50 years of the industry. 50, okay? It started from high school wanting to be a disc jockey. We had no internet. We had to find a way to follow DJs, radio, clubs, whatever it taken, at the restaurant that they hung out, record executives. Meet whoever you could that had some connection to the business where you're looking at them. Right out of high school, to now Savage One Entertainment, which encompasses the Jeff Fox syndicated radio show. Thank you, Sheila Brown, I don't know if you're here, for believing in us and putting that show on in Buffalo as well as Atlanta, WIGO. So thank you, Sheila. We are 16 markets strong. For me, 5 radio stations employed me, 8 record companies that I had the opportunity to hold high post. Pillars of Voodoo Shelton, over there from the Carolinas. Joe Medlin, I'm sure some of you heard of that name if you don't know him. Robinson, I was an intern at Sugar Hill Records. I'm a proponent.
Finally, thank you to the National Black Radio Hall of Fame for this incredible recognition. I am truly honored. Thank you all.
That's it for you, Rick?
Man, nothing else to
get ready to raise your hand. Scotty Andrews, Elroy Smith, Terry Avery, Ken Johnson, Michael Johnson, Kendall Minter, Steve Crumley, Tom Joyner, Ricky Smiley, Rick Party, Steve Harvey, Big Boy, Bernie Hayes, Jim Gates, Jockenstein, Bobby O.J., Hurricane Dave, Doc Winter, Chuck Atkins, Ron Atkins, Sidney Miller, Skip Miller, Miller London, Harry Lyles, Lee Michaels, Keith Adams,
Tony Gray, James. Bolden, Mad Hatter, Frankie Crocker, Teddy Ashton, Casual Cal, Skip Murphy, Michael Saunders, Jesus Garber, T.C. Tompkins, Ruben Rodriguez, Manny Bella, Kevin Lyles, Keith Fry, Martha Fry, Ernie Singleton, Al Bell, Gio Bibbins, Johnny Walker, Eddie Pugh, Rocky G, Maurice White, Larry Kahn, Morris Landy, Ray Harris, Russell Simmons, Crown Prince, Diamond Jim, Max Kidd, Steve Hedgewood, Randy Franklin, A.J. Savage, Maurice White, Richard Nash, Mike Kelly, David Linton, Kevin Always Bet on Black, Chris Cunningham, India Graves, Eunice Rice, Lionel Rittenauer, Arlinda Garrett, Apollo, Pat Garrett, Mitch Faulkner, Cynthia Johnson, Quentin Perry, Darrell Brooks, Al Heyman, Wes Party Johnson. All of them have inspired me, motivated me, guided me, that made me who I am today. And I thank you for it. I thank my family is here, my wife Kayla King, my brothers and sisters and family, Don D.C. Cody, president of the Florida chapter of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame.
Let the church say amen. Yeah. Yes, yes. You got work to do.
Whoa. My bad, I was on the phone. I'm accepting my award, but I have to give an award, all of that. Okay, I'm here as the president of the Florida chapter of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame to introduce and present an award for one of my chapter members. He is well known throughout the industry. One of the reasons why he's well known, he just doesn't do stuff in Miami, where he's from, or the state of Florida. He is all over the world. I'm talking about the one and only master of promotion, master of getting things done, a man with vision. Let me give this award to Tony Neal. Come on up here, Tony. Tony Neal. The core DJ worldwide, and your doctor, Mike Smith, stands with us. Tony Neal, representing Florida in the National Black.
First, I want to thank everybody for supporting me all these years. A lot of names and faces I finally put with emails that I stole from somebody's email list. And then they became good friends of mine. I see A.J. Savage in here, Rick Barty. Gary, I want to thank you for putting me on syndicated radio for the first time ever. That's Super Radio. I appreciate you for that. And I mean, a lot of y'all been hearing that name, Core DJs, and so that's what it is, Core DJs. Shout out to my Slow Jam Mixtape, my new R&B platform, my Slow Jam Mixtape family in here. The Core DJ started in 05. We've been moving ever since. It's our 19th year in November. Oh, this Core DJ's name floating around? Okay, that's me. Core DJs. I'd like to thank all the radio reps. Cedric, I appreciate you. I love you, man, for putting me on Florida radio. Cedric Hollywood did that. I want to thank everybody. Rick, my partner. Man, me and Rick been in the trenches since Milwaukee and Chicago. So I appreciate you. Elroy's not here, but that's the first person that trained me for radio in the first place, back when I was younger. And I just want to make it short, man. I appreciate it. I love y'all, Black Radio. I appreciate what you do. Keep it going. Let's keep this thing going. And thank you. I never thought I was going to be up here. I never thought I was going to be up here. As much shit as I did back in the day, I never thought I was even going to make it up here. Yeah. And keeps me focused, my wife. I love you, baby. Appreciate it. I ain't never think I was going to have that either. But I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, Steve Haywood. Where's Steve at? I used to listen to Steve when we was younger. I hated being on the radio until I heard Steve and my cousin Jerry Smoker B, man. I appreciate y'all. Love you, Steve. All right.
Oh, you finished, huh? You got it, baby. Y'all give it up, Mr. Cody, everybody. Okay, where are we at here? We did that. Now, to present the Community Service Award, I want y'all to please welcome our awardee is Miss Pena Rogers. Give her a round of applause. Come on out. Come on, Miss Rogers.
There's too many of you trying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some.
Good evening, everyone. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, and also thanking God for this opportunity. Second, I would like to thank this phenomenal organization, its board members, and for nominating me and inducting me into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Next, I would like to thank my family, my WCEG team, which is my second family, and I would like them to stand quickly right here and let's show them some love because they have been so good to me and this organization. And I would also like to briefly share my journey, just a brief portion of my journey and why I'm here today. Who knew that God was preparing me for this in February 1986? Some 38 years ago, I had no idea. Who knew? Well, I'm glad that I was chosen for this award tonight. And I also wanted to just to thank everyone who thought enough of me, Mr. Teddy, Ms. Marcia, and when I received the call and the message from Dave, I thought it was a trick. It was a scam from Dave because I didn't really know I would be even considered. But mostly I wanted to leave 3 points with you this evening that helped me to understand why I was selected and why I was even thought of. Number 1 was the assignment. Number 2 was the anointing. And number 3 was the assurance. And who knew that back 38 years ago, when I understood the assignment that I was given to go to the different radio stations and talk to the different program directors and music directors, that it was really preparing me for this day, for the relationships and partnerships that I formed over the years. And now the anointing came from which it led me to become a radio station owner. We're registered in 169 countries worldwide. We're on 107.4 in the European market. And also, we have a global outreach ministry, second to none. And I would just like to thank everyone for allowing us to speak life into the worldwide community. And I know that that's the assurance that came from God because this day was ordained long before it even came into fruition tonight. And as I prepare to take my seat, Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and plans to give you hope and a future." So again, I would like to thank the National Black Radio Hall of Fame board members and the incredible honorees tonight, all of the inductees tonight. And please know that I will be forever grateful. You got to excuse me, I'm just kind of a little bit nervous right now because I'm still trying to absorb all of this. But congratulations to all the inductees tonight, and God bless each and every one of you, and enjoy the remainder of your evening. Have a good night. Thank you.
Ms. Rogers, can I get a hug? Because you handled that well, sweetheart. Y'all give her a round of applause there. Thank you, baby. Congratulations, by the way. Next on the docket, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to recognize this year's Radio Music Career Artist of the Year, and it goes to Uncle Charlie Wilson, everybody.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Charlie, last name Wilson. And I'm so honored to receive the 2024 National Black Radio Hall of Fame Radio Music Career Awards. I want to thank the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, its esteemed board members, and all those who voted for me. This award means so much to me. I'm so grateful.
Music there, brother. Very quickly, I want to shout out to a Hall of Famer that's with us tonight. I seen him earlier. Y'all give it up for one of the hardest brothers in radio, Frank Ski in the house. Yeah, it's good to see him. All right, let's continue here. Our next category. Here to present this year's Broadcast Chairman's Leadership Award. Please welcome Charlotte Chapter President Margaret Ingram, everybody. Give her a round of applause. She comes up. Come on, Margaret. Oh, ring my bell. Y'all clap your hands and feel live up in here. Come on, come alive up in here. Hey!
I'm glad you're home. Now, did you really miss me? I guess you did by the look in your eyes.
It's my pleasure tonight to represent the Charlotte chapter, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. We have about 3 tables over here. Glad to be here. It is my honor and pleasure to present the Broadcast Chairman's Leadership Award. His name is Jim Winston. Let's give a round of applause. Jim Winston, the Broadcasters Chairman's Leadership Award. Inducted. He may not be here tonight, so we're going to accept his award. And thank you very much.
Y'all give her another round of applause, right? In this new world of entertainment, it's always good to have a venue where you can go to record, podcast, perform, do movies, and the whole works. Let me now take you to the great city of Stonecrest, everyone. There lies a studio under the direction of Mr. Ron Bivens. Making stars shine is what they say. Y'all please give it up to one of our sponsors tonight, Our Studios. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Ron, take a stand up there, sir. Looking good. Y'all can do better than that. Give the brother some love here, some encouragement. Yeah. Oh, look at that step there, boss. I tell you. Ain't no change jingling in them pockets. Come on up here, man. It's good to see you, Ron.
Okay, I do. I'd like to thank you all for inviting us to it. We were happy to be a sponsor. I have my president of the company, Gia Compton here, who I'd like to actually come in. I believe in allowing women to run things because I see that they do a much, much better job sometimes than men. And she's done a fantastic job with our studios. I'm a real estate developer by trade, but I got into the film and movie industry. We did a documentary for Georgia Public Broadcasting simply because I want to change our narrative. It's just like Roland Martin said, in order for us to change, we've got to tell our own history. So that's one of the things we're doing here in Atlanta. So Jill, if you could come up for a minute and speak to the people, that would be much better.
She got that same walk. Look at them, boy. They got it going on. Hello, dear.
Good evening, everyone. It is so wonderful to have the opportunity to celebrate with all of you. I bless you for your leadership because as a tribe, we know there's two things that we need. We need leaders and a way to communicate. And that's what your work has done for us all of the years. I'm a native Atlantan and I have fond memories of nights sitting with my mother, learning how to play spades, learning how to play tom, and listening to Zilla Mays on the radio. If you're not familiar with Zilla Mays, like the girls say, you're not Atlanta. But because of the steps that she made forward and being the first black woman on radio in Georgia, her shoulders are beneath me as I stand before you today. And the importance of a studio like ours, studio, is that it has the audacity to be a black-owned and woman-led organization. With full capacity for film, TV, podcasting, and venues, our staff includes legendary engineers like Tomcat Bennett, phenomenal producers like Shalom Miller. That's, if you don't know, that's the brother that's on Dangerously in Love. He sits with us. He rides with us. At that same table, number 29, is Trey Sims, one of our interns, all black interns, telling our stories, our voices, our point of view. So I salute you and celebrate with you and encourage you to come out to Stonecrest where we're telling our stories our way. Thank you.
A beautiful facility as well. Y'all excuse me because I have to see them walk together. Okay. As we continue here, where we at here? We did that. We turned that over. Here to represent the organization with our new category, the Radio Pioneer Award. Please welcome our president, right? Hurricane Dave, everybody!
Yeah. I wanted to come out to that because I used to be in love with her back in the day. How many fellas had a crush on Shaka Khan? Oh, some ladies too? Okay.
I've
It's all
never
good.
seen a
ladies too.
pair of jeans fit a woman
So good.
like Shaka Khan.
Amen. Amen. God bless.
For sure, for sure.
So this next category, listen, we're almost done. We only got a few more categories left. And then hopefully you guys can enjoy yourself at the bar, network, and remember why we came out, because we came out to celebrate each other. So hopefully you won't make a mad dash. But I do want to tell you to make sure that you get your bags, your gift bags on the way out. We have 3 different gift bags, which is cool. So shout out to our staff. We got a great crew that we put together to put the show on for you tonight. Have you been having a good time for the most part, right? It's been good. It's been good. This next category is a new category, and it's called the Radio Pioneer Award. And this award is given to folks who have really kind of set the mark when it comes to radio. When I look at the names that are on this list, and I won't actually say their names, I'm actually going to have the big voice guy. This guy, you paying attention back there? Big voice guy? Oh, there you go. I want to make sure that we do it like we said we was going to do it, okay? So we got some great folks in this category. I'm so excited to see some of them on the stage. One of them was but I want to make sure we show some love. This is the Radio Pioneers Award.
Bring you AK, Patrick Cal, Don D.C. Colton, Don Carter, Cedric Hollywood, Dr. William Gay, Michael Sanders.
Michael Saunders. You guys come on up. When you hear your name, that's your stage, everybody. Come on.
I want to give a shout out to a couple of people before I thank some people. Oh, Hurricane Dave, I got to thank you first, though. That's our president, so I got to get that in, just in case I forget. I want to shout out Gibson Bell. She was in charge of the Jack the Rapper convention. And a lot of years, she had me on stages, introducing different acts, and you meet different people on these stages. One of the guys I looked up to as a radio broadcaster, he and I were bringing on acts together. And I told him one day, I am going to hire you to work for me. And it actually happened. And his name is Mr. Rick Party. At 99 Jams in Miami. And these kind of magical things happen in radio. So it's supposed to be 90 seconds, but I don't think I can do this in 90.
80,
you know what?
81,
show up.
82, 83.
Okay, for real. I want to thank my family for putting up with, if you were in radio, these guys know the hours put in, the time that we put in. I mean, you're away from home a lot. You're in nightclubs. You're cutting commercials all night, whatever the case may be. My daughter and my son is here. Shantae is over there. My son Cedric is over there. I just thank them for still being very close to me and the sacrifices that they went through. I started at WDKX in Rochester, New York. Anybody hip to that radio station? That's where I started.
88, 89.
Went on to, I did country, I did top 40, but where I really learned radio was a radio station called Hot 105. The program director was a white guy who was a top 40 PD for a lot of years, Y100, number one, 13 years in a row. Now he's at Hot 105, and he pulled me aside and opened up the book. I know you worked at Hot 105 too after me, but he pulled me aside and opened up the books to me to show me how to program to black people, Hispanic people, and white people at the same time collectively and make a radio station number one. Because he taught me that, I had the opportunity to help 4 stations in a row become number one. They are Hot 105, 102 Jams in Orlando, 99 Jams in Miami, and a small station in Valdosta, V96 WGOV. So that's kind of my claim to fame, and I guess that helped me get up. And sometimes I shouldn't do that. Michael Saunders, by the way, I got a quick, I got a quick Michael, it'll take me 10 seconds. Michael Saunders, PD of 102 Jams. Now, I was at 102 Jams, now he's there. He calls me one day and says, look, I got Fat Joe coming by the radio station. I'm in my, by the way. Got Fat Joe coming to the radio station. Why don't you come by and hang out with us that day? I did that. This man said to me, you built this house. Anytime you want to be in 102 Jams, you're welcome here. That's a special individual. That's a special human being. And so thank you very much. He is my man, Michael.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Cedric. Appreciate that. As you are special as well, sir, as all of you. In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but God. I want to give praise and thanks for God coming and seeking to save human beings like us who were rejected, despised. No one loved us. No one cared about us. We were slaves. But it was those people that God reached out for and looked out for and said, I'm not going to send any more prophets. I'm coming myself to get you out of the condition that you're in. So I thank him. I want to say, like Jesus said in the book of John, chapter 20 and 19, Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be unto you. Because Jesus never spoke to the people unless he said those words. And back in the day, he did not speak English, so he had to speak Arabic, Aramaic, or Hebrew. I want to thank Mr. Bernie Hayes, National Black Radio Hall of Fame President, UV Hayes, Marsha Washington George, Hurricane Dave Smith, and the National Black Radio Committee. Thank you for this prestigious honor. I want to thank my mother and my father for giving birth to me and helping me along the way to grow me. My mother was really instrumental in helping me get into radio because she taught me not to have a Southern vernacular, even though I grew up in Chester, South Carolina. She made me speak English properly and stayed on me about that. Earl Moore, who was in Chester, South Carolina, got me started in radio, developed me and trained me at 1490 WGCD, a little AM radio station that was black during the day, or black during the evening, and white top 40 during the day. I want to thank Voodoo Shelton. Voodoo was the first person to ever send me a record when I was at WGCD, and when I moved to Charlotte, he looked out for me, and he was a true angel from that day to the day. I want to thank AJ Savage. He was the first person that I said, no, I'm not playing your record on the radio because it's not good. I'm sorry, AJ. Just the truth. I want to thank the original, the real Rick Ross, for being a good friend and always being a sound ear for me to talk to, hear my thoughts, and guiding me to help me overcome obstacles. I want to thank Don Cody for working at WGIV while I was at WPEG, and I got the chance to listen to him in the afternoons as we were going back and forth, the roll call, all that stuff was fantastic. I want to thank Skip Murphy, who was born, bred, and raised in North Carolina at WPEG, Helen Little at WPEG, Frankie Darcell, Kevin Coolin Fox, who was my music director and morning guy at WPEG, John Mason, who was the morning guy at WJLB in Detroit, Tom Joyner, Donnie Simpson, who worked with me at WPGC in DC, starring Buck Wild at Power 105 in New York, Ed Lover, Moni Love, Chubb Rock. I want to thank my dear brother, who is no longer with us, Wayne Brown, who was my general manager at WPEG in Charlotte. 3 minutes. As well as thank you, Chris Kelly, who was my music director at WJLB Detroit, Barry Mayo, Lee Michaels, J.C. Floyd, Tony Gray, Verna Green, Steve Hegwood, and all the beautiful radio stations, wonderful brands of GCD, PEG, WGI, JLB, KKBT, WWPR, 102 Jam, Star 94.5 in Orlando, KQBT in Houston, WPGC. Thank you, Black Radio. Thank you, Black Music. And if you want to hear, in closing, uncompromised and unapologetic radio, tune in to finalcallradio.com or download the app. You will hear the voice of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan giving you guidance, instruction in a world that we live in today. If you have a lot of questions about what's going on, no matter what it is, you'll get those answers at Final Call Radio. I want to thank my family, my son Justin, his wife Layla, my daughter Shaquita, my good friend KQ, and my queen Monique for putting up with me for 27 years, following me around the country as we go from city to city, radio station to radio station. Thank you. I love you dearly. My family, may God continue to bless us all. Peace and love. Thank you.
Voice that they call me the Love Doctor. And it got me in a lot of trouble because what DJs are not telling you is when we go underground. We go into a station and they change the format. In the old days, and I'm an old timer, we just had a key. And you would go to drive the car, you didn't have a beeper, you just drive the car, you hear this country and western music. You go to the door, hey man, let me in. Hey man, you don't work here anymore. And so when you go underground, people get, Rick Party can attest to this, people recognize your voice. And so when you answer the phone, I go to a customer service place and I say, hello, how are you? I recognize your voice. No, that's not me. That's a guy that sounds like me. But I really want to thank everybody in concern that brought me to this place over 50 years in the broadcast industry. I had the great fortune of starting out in white radio during Top 40, and my name wasn't Bill Gay, the Love Doctor, but it was Bob Kenny. And I wasn't allowed to go to certain hops that we had, record hops that we said because I was a black guy. But I worked in some of the best trailers in the world, and I tell you, people had, today you can see a job, but back in the day you only had your imagination, and so you use your imagination to, create what we call personality radio, which was a big, big thing back in the day. But I wanted to say thank you so much for all that have come before me. I had the great pleasure of working with some people like Allie Pack, who flew me down out of New York. And Allie Pack introduced me to black radio and a lot of other things that I can't tell. But nevertheless, thank you for your support down through the years. Thank you for the love, and I really appreciate this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Total Stranger Network, broaden your horizons and meet new people. Thank you.
Well, I guess I'm last in this crew. My story is a 2-book series and a movie on top of it. I came to Atlanta in 1975 on a Delta airplane, not looking for nothing, but what can I do to turn this place out? I walked with my head up, drove straight to the campus of Morehouse College. I had a football scholarship, but when I seen them pork chop eating boys from the South play football, I said, Coach, this is not for me. So they gave me a scholarship in music, but there are a lot of firsts in my life when it comes to radio. Number one, I was the first voice on V103. Secondly, there were no live turntables radio until me and a guy out of Buffalo, New York named Keith Pollard did live turntable spinning at a club called the Sans Soucis. Because every radio broadcast was just a telephone call, and that was it. Other history that was made, I'm going to have to tell you about that later on, but there's a lot of it. And I'm proud to be here, and I'm accepting this award not in my behalf for what I've done, but for all of those who've never seen a National Black Radio Hall of Fame. The Frankie Crockers, yep, all of them. And my man, Chico Renfro Sr., Zella Mays, Dr. Feelgood, Dwayne Jones, and that gentleman back there, Fast Eddie, y'all. Give Fast Eddie a round of applause. They always leaving Fast out of the picture, man. That's my boy. So very briefly, thank you so much for this award. I appreciate it. Like I said, the book will be coming out soon. And of course, y'all can never forget, y'all got the only radio man in history that become the first black ringmaster of a circus anywhere in the world. Thank you so much.
You guys need to get your medallions. You need your medallions on, and we need some photos of these fine gentlemen. There is a person who is also in this category, but he could not make it. His name is Don Carter. Can you play Don's video, please?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Don Carter, former Vice President of Motown Records. I'm sorry I'm not able to attend the awards tonight, but I'd like to take time to thank everyone who's involved with the Radio Black Hall of Fame for this award. I've received a lot of awards in my life, but this is the big one. I'm honored and I'm proud to be here, to be part of it. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Show some love, please. A little love for Don Carter. We're going to have City Councilman Julian Bond come up in 1 minute, but I wanted to make sure that Tony Brown, come on up, my brother. He did not get an opportunity to speak. He is an inductee in the Talented Brothers of Radio Award, and he is an icon. He's a legend, and a legend.
Thank you all. First of all, giving honor to God for this award. I appreciate it. I thank the Black Radio Hall of Fame for this honor. And like someone said, I've won a lot of awards over the years in radio, and this is tops on the list. I'd like to give a big shout out to my wife, my partner, Jada Bird, also a radio personality and general manager of our station, 99.1 Grace FM. My son is here, Joshua, and my mom is here. Thank you all for all your support. And one of the guys that was kind of a mentor to me, I had a lot of them, growing up in Chicago, listening to WVON and WGCI. My late frat brother, Graham Armstrong, used to let me just hang out on his shoulders during summer breaks and just follow him around like a puppy. But another mentor of mine, I think he's still here, is JoJo Davis, who, there he is. That's my man right here. He was at Power 99, and he's a frat brother, KSI, and we got a lot in common. He worked for me here at V103, did afternoons while he was pursuing his law degree, and was very instrumental in me with my next career path as far as fulfilling my dream of also getting my law degree as well. So I just want to say thank you, Joe. You my man, and I appreciate this honor going in with you. It's always been a pleasure, and we're lifelong friends to this day.
I got emotional on my turn, but I want to say about Tony Brown. This guy here was the smartest guy that I knew. And I knew that if I brought him the materials to say, Newt, consider going to law school like what I'm doing, part-time while we're working in black radio, so that we could raise to the highest heights of intelligentsia and so forth. And so he looked at it. Next thing I know, we were at his house, 3 o'clock in the morning. He's my boss, but we got a pot of coffee, reading law books, studying, and doing our best. So this man right here is the man. And he brought V103 to the highest heights that you all know here in the great ATL. Noop, 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 K-Side to the day I die.
Sorry, Roland.
Y'all starting some mess up here, man.
Get your medal, Tony. Tony, don't forget to get your prize, Tony. Hello? You want your stuff? You want your stuff? You're welcome, my brother. All right, listen, we got a special proclamation that's going to be presented. And if anybody knows anything about black radio, and nothing against the other formats, but there's one format in particular that cares about people, and that is black radio. There's always some sort of community event taking place. And actually, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, we go out on Wednesdays from time to time. I've done it. Miss Marsha's done it. Other members have done it. And we've handed out Hello Fresh boxes in the community. And this gentleman has done it. Marsha, I want you to actually come up and introduce him, if you could. That's next, my brother, not this one.
Wrong song.
Man, love you.
The organization was challenged to do some more community service in Fulton County, and I knew there was one person that I could depend upon to have us to come and help out and reach out to the community and do the best we can in feeding those who needed the extra help with their families. This gentleman is the son of Julian Bond. He is our great councilman, Michael Julian Bond. The Honorable Michael Julian Bond, everyone. And he has his entourage, Mr. Terrence, with him, who's a big music industry guru person. I'm going to let you all take over.
Hello, everybody. I'm Terrence Andre, and I'm a radio owner. It's my station is called Global Hits, spelled with a Z, H-I-T-Z. And I am here. I do shows at the City Winery. I think I've seen some of y'all at the City Winery. I do a lot of shows at the City Winery. So my boy, my partner, my friend, Mr. Michael Julian Bond.
For a moment, I thought Terrence was going to announce the quiet storm, right? Say amen to that. He's got the voice. But I want to say good evening to everybody. I'm Atlanta City Council member Michael Julian Bond. Wasn't this a tremendous evening? Let's give you ourselves a round of applause. You know, I was first exposed, obviously, to black radio in my home, via my parents, Julian and Alice Bond. And when my father would be in the community, either in his role as a state representative, a state senator, or ultimately as the president of the Atlanta branch of the NAACP, we often made the rounds to the black radio stations here in Atlanta, and we got to know many of the radio personalities. And I just have to say that as a public official, that it is absolutely true that black radio is the voice of our community. It is the soul, it is the heart, it is the clarion, the lighthouse that brings the cause of our community, the alarm, the joy, the emphasis, the music that the black lives live on black radio. And so I have a proclamation here from the city of Atlanta, which is the highest award that the city of Atlanta can present. And I'd like to ask you all to come up a little closer, and I will read it in pertinent part. In honor of National Black Radio Hall of Fame and the class of 2024 honorees, whereas the National Black Radio Hall of Fame was established in St. Louis as a nonprofit organization established to provide a place where people of all ages could learn about the history and the achievements of those in black radio. And whereas the need to establish a National Black Radio Hall of Fame results from the underrepresentation of the many contributions and accolades accomplished by those who were involved and intrinsically enabled by their careers in black radio that were not recognized by other institutions. And whereas as the importance of preserving the legacy of black radio, as it was, I'll quote Marsha Washington George, the National Vice President of the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, emphasizes that it is crucial to preserve the rich history and the cultural impact of black radio, as it has served as a powerful platform for social change in our community, our environment, and as a celebration of black culture. And whereas the first radio station owned and programmed by African Americans was WERD, 860 AM, began broadcasting in Atlanta in 1949. And whereas the National Black Radio Hall of Fame is holding its 2024 Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Atlanta as an information and commitment to ensuring the legacy of black radio continues to thrive for years to come. And now, therefore, we be it proclaimed that we, the members of Atlanta City Council, will have this in the city of Atlanta, hereby proclaim this day, September the 21st, 2024, as National Black Radio Day in our fair city. In witness thereof, I have set my hand and have caused the seal of the city of Atlanta to be hereunto affixed. Congratulations, members, board, and participant and supporters of the National Black Radio Foundation. Congratulations.
Can we get Mr. Hayes up here to get in this picture with us? Mr. Hayes, come on up and get in this picture with us. This is a legacy moment here. Y'all want to move over so we got some picture space here? Yeah. How you been, Dr. Barnes? You're doing good there, sir. Okay.
I used to listen to Casual Cow with my boombox.
Ain't that something?
And we record your show with cassette tapes.
Ain't that something?
That's right, when we were growing up here in Atlanta.
Okay. Mr. Hayes, you can get over there next to the councilman there.
Okay.
Boy, Mr. Hayes sharp tonight, man. That boy sharp, boy. Look at him. What's going on?
Oh, we going to turn?
Because of the lighting? It's a lighting situation. Okay. Okay. Here we go. The side here. Yeah. Okay. All right. All righty. Miss Marsha George, you got it.
Thank you.
Can we get some music from Miss George? Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marsha George. Give her a round of applause. Come on now. There we go.
Lost a lot of friends in the industry, and one of them happened to be a very dear friend, a sorority sister, and a very, very busy lady who was a part of the Atlanta chapter. My dear friend, record promoter, Libby Anthony, is here with us in spirit tonight. I swear I do. She would have been here had the door not open for her to go to more heavenly grounds. Her best friends are here tonight to give their condolences to Libby. I guess they're still here. Yes, they're coming up now. We also have Brown, Chris Kelly, Connie Cato Dickerson, and Bob Slade. The individuals whose family members could not attend tonight, we will get their product to them. Libby Anthony's family, and they're best friends, but more like family.
Good evening. I'm Janine Flagg.
Val Walker.
And we're here to accept the award for Libby's family.
We're here to accept the award for Libby's family. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing to make this organization. She will truly be missed. And if anybody know anything about Libby, you know she was a workaholic. So this was her last thing, her book. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, it's Entertainment in Atlanta History, Jukin' in the A. It's on Amazon. It's a good read. You must read. So if you can't, go on Amazon and get it. Appreciate you. Much love.
Thank you. We want to just say thank you to Marsha and National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Thank you, Cal. Thank you to all the people that supported Coke through the years. And Libby is right in the room now and watching all of you, and thank you. Good night.
His heart in every line. Marvin.
Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing tonight?
Sang of the joy and pain.
I couldn't come up here. I thank God. She raised me to be a God-fearing man.
And I still can hear him say,
I will always thank God for all that He has done.
Oh, talk to me. So you can't see what's going on.
I also want to say thank you to National Black.
Say you will sing your song forevermore. Gonna be some sweet sound
so that we
coming down.
I just want to say thank you all.
The night shift. I you singing proud. Oh, I bet
family
you're
of
full of
Chris
pride.
Kelly. As a matter
Gonna
of
be
fact,
a long night.
Hurricane Dave
Gonna be
gave her
alright.
radio thing.
On the night shift,
Good evening, good evening.
found another
I
hole.
know there's a lot of
I know you're
hurt
not
butts and cramped legs out there, so we're going to be quick. This is my mother. This was Chris Kelly's sister. I am obviously her nephew, and we will be accepting this award on that.
Good evening, and I just wanted to take this time to, first of all, thank God for allowing all of us to gather today. For this glorious event. This is really difficult.
It seems like yesterday.
My baby sister, LaVon Battle, a.k.a. Chris Kelly, is her stage name, which was given to her when she was in college in the 80s by Hurricane Dave. So it's really special to me and my family. He took care of her, and he saw something in her when she was young. She must have been about 17. And he saw something in her. He saw her ethics, her perseverance, and her desire to pursue what made her happy. Sing your song. And I just thank God for the opportunity and for this, the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, to see fit to honor my sister in such a beautiful way. So thank you so much. I know she's here. We've got signs that she is here tonight. This is my sister, best friend. Now, my little sister. Induction, but
is a man who goes out of his way to do a lot of things. And I've been knowing him for over 20 years. Mr. Julian Davis. Treasurer for the National Black Radio Hall of Fame, and when other chapters come on board and they're still looking for their treasurer to come into the position, Julian helps to manage and operate and start their accounts so that they can get their chapters started. He goes out of his way and does all of this without getting paid for it. I found out that he used to own a radio station, and he's done a lot of things for his clients. Into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Service Award. And I have to tell you one more little thing about Julian. He uses calculators too. He doesn't always like to do the automated stuff, but he says he got to make sure. So one night I'm talking to him on the phone, and I was like, "Is that an adding machine?" He's a numbers man, but he's also a our organization. We need him.
Happens when you feel like you're trying to make a decision on your life, especially as a young person, and you really don't know where you're going, you don't know what happens, and you don't know what your skill sets are. You try to figure it out by yourself, and of course, at some point the Lord comes to you and tells you things, and sometimes you don't recognize it because you're expecting what the media tells you you will see, hear, or feel like. So I'm walking down the street. I'm from Chicago. I'm walking down the street. I used to be a gopher for WBON. And for those of you who haven't been in the business before, gopher is someone who goes for coffee, goes for donuts, goes for whatever they tell you to go for, as long as it's legal. And I'm sitting in the studio with Bill Butterball Crane, one of the afternoon jocks, and in this radio station, which had Joe Cobb in the morning, which had Herb Kent at night, which had E. Rodney Jones. I mean, you know, the list goes on and on and on. As well as Don Cornelius, okay, who started Soul Train in Chicago before it went to L.A. And I was a dancer on that. And in Chicago. Okay. That's another story. But to carry the records to these guys, carry it to their record hops, and to be around them and just try to figure out, yeah, this is an industry I could be in for a long time. Well, 50 years later, I'm still in the industry. I've bounced around. I've done radio as a jock for 12 years. I've been in the sales department for 5 years. We bought a radio station for a couple years. And then you do all the jobs simultaneously, okay, instead of one job. And then I ended up at Arbitron for 23 years. So taking those experiences and then giving them back to the community that I came from and making sure that the things that I learned along the way were shared with people who sometimes didn't have the permission of the station owners who bought the products that we sold them, that the programming department didn't know they could use them, okay? They hadn't been told, they didn't know, yet their jobs were on the line, okay? So I tried to make it my business as one of the trailblazers to just make sure I shared this information with as many people as possible, because I used to listen to Ray Harris, you talked about him before, he, David Linton, and probably a few other people that you may or may not recognize, Lee King out of Mississippi, Joe Shamwell, Stax Ryder, all talked about each one, teach one, okay? And if you remember that concept or you think about that concept and you pass that information on to teach somebody else, somebody younger, somebody more enthusiastic, somebody who doesn't have a dream yet, who hadn't figured out what they're doing yet, pass that information on, and make sure that you share that information, because you just never really know where you're going. And the things that you do that prepare you for other things can be fantastic. So thank you very much for the award. I've absolutely done a lot of stuff, okay? You don't have that kind of time. So thank you for the honor. Thank you for allowing me to participate, and God bless.
Y'all give it up for Julius. Give him a round of applause.
Now, if you are an inductee, when you leave out, we want you to go to the right by the step and repeat. We're going to take pictures for the press. Also, we have some gift bags for everyone, but there are some special gift bags for the inductees to the right at the step and repeat. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough books for everyone tonight, so if you need one, hit me up, and I'll have to send you one of the electronic ones. They came in from St. Louis, and they came in at the last minute today. So we did the best we could with giving out the ones that we did give out tonight. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. Oh, and inductees, we have the resolution for you from the city of St. Louis. This is a wonderful keepsake, and Bernie Hayes makes sure that we give it out to our inductees each year. So we will have that down at the step and repeat as well. Thank you all.
Very quickly, big shout outs go out to Chicago. Chicago! Yeah! Is Charlotte still in the house? Charlotte, one name that was missed in the entire presentation, Nate Quick. Can't forget Nate Quick in Charlotte. That was my boy now, okay? Virginia in the house. Okay now. Anybody else? Where else? Chattanooga! Up in the building. Anybody else? Tampa, Florida in the house. Philadelphia is in the house. Mary Mason? Oh, she did. Okay, that's right. She's a legend. Yeah. Hey, everybody, this is the end of our program. I need to tell everybody, get your swimming trunks and bathing suits and meet you at the pool. Hold on, before we go, Bernie Hayes, I need Bernie up here, please.
All of our team, please stand up. Well, some people stand. All of our team, please come forward to the stage real quick.
The Atlanta National Black Hall of Fame members to the stage, please.
All of the members who helped get this production going, please come to the stage for a photo op.
Thank you. While we're waiting on Mr. Hayes, I want y'all to give a round of applause to Intermix Radio for sound. Our studios, we'd like to give them a round of applause, everybody. Give them some. Also, the voice of tonight, Brother Khalil. Give him a round of applause. Yep. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the closing words. If y'all can take a minute. Take a minute. The Honorable Mr. Bernie Hayes.
Thank you, Cal. I want to say thank all of you for being here. You didn't have to be here, but you are. And I hope next year to see you in St. Louis. I want to commend the Atlanta chapter for the wonderful, wonderful presentation this evening. Thank Marshall, Washington, George, Cal, and everybody else. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dave. Thanks, everybody. Please, here's Marsha.
Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night.
She did the Russell Simmons on us here real quick. Good night, everybody.